太极推手3，动步单推与双推手。基本太极镜练习2。捧镜。Tai Chi Chuan is also called 13 postures, but 13 postures inside includes the 8 Jing patterns and also 5 stepping movements. Among those 13, number 1 is called Pong. When they translate into English, they call ward off. Pong Jing is number 1 because that's the most important Jing pattern in the Tai Chi Chuan. You can discover Pong Jing almost everywhere in the Tai Chi Chuan. But Pong Jing, one of the oral secret on Pong Jing, they call drawing the chest, arc your back. Eventually, you look at Pong. Pong was created by the hands and the 2 moons. 2 moons, that means like the arms make like 2 moons. But eventually, this one drawing the chest, arc your back. Eventually, this kind of motion is called Pong. This one is very important to protect your center. When you go like that, it's easy for your opponent to find your center. Once you go like that, it becomes harder. So the Pong Jing can use for defense, can use for offense. For example, if someone lock your elbow, they're going to squeeze you in. Just Pong, you can easily get out. Now here, it can easily somebody try to hold you, it can easily expand it so he cannot hold you tight. So Pong Jing is very important for everyone to practice. You want to learn Tai Chi pushing hand right, Pong Jing is the first thing you have to do. So the first thing is you have to stabilize yourself. So this the angle, this the angle, and this the angle, and this can turn the body, this the angle. So you look at the situation. Okay, let me use a jab as a partner. If he lock my elbow, you can see he tries to squeeze me, this is a Pong. So you can see the way I'm doing that, I'm not pushing forward. If I'm pushing forward, I'm using my power against the power. Let me use a force against force. In Tai Chi Chuan, it's called double weighting. That's me, I put the weight, he put the weight on me. In this case, I become tense and can bounce out. So this is called stagnant. Energy gets stagnant, easy to be bounced off, balance. So because reason the Pong Jing, when you do it, you can see my body, actually my body move back, allowed me to have this chance to open it. Instead, I push forward. If you can catch the trick, it's so easy for you to defend against people try to squeeze your arms. So this one right away, you can see this. So he tries to push me this right away. Like that, it will be hard for him to push against you. Especially when he squeezes you, you turn the body, you change the angle, now he loses balance of his both arms. Then it's easy for you to defend against that. The second Pong Jing, for example, he hold me very tight. Yeah, when the hold tight like that, he can throw you down very easily. Well, watch it. If I do the Pong Jing, it becomes very hard for him. See, like that, it's become very hard for him to get me down, especially because I occupy the center of the whole system, the 2 persons. In this case, he cannot throw down easily. So Pong Jing is everywhere. Not only that, Pong Jing, he built up the body structure for the Jing striking. All right, next time I'm going to show you a few Pong Jing patterns, and in this case you can train by yourself. But remember, I only show you a few examples. It's not all the Pong Jing possible. Thank you. Okay. When you look at Rami is doing this, it's very good body movement. Remember Tai Chi class, they say, the movements initiate from the leg, directed by the waist, and manifest in the fingers. So Rami did pretty good. It's a good root. The power generated from there, and now he directs from here. Okay, so at the same time, remember when you do the Jing, it's very easy for shoulder move up. He doesn't have that habit. So, but one thing he should correct, probably you should already know. This training is for himself. There's no sense of enemy. So when you do it, you can see, even he do all this Jing, his mind is here and do all the power because of sense of enemy. The sense of enemy you have to have, because sense of enemy give you the purpose, give the meaning of every Jing. Okay, it's not just within yourself. You have to expand the power to the opponent. Okay, otherwise, did very good. Thank you. Okay, now you see, Jeff, he did a few. The first important thing from the camera probably can see much easier. His body is up and down, up and down. So remember, when you do the Jing, you cannot get up and down because once you get up, you pull your root. It's from this position, it's only down. There's no up and down. So that part you gotta watch it. The second, this part from this part down to the leg is a little bit more stiffer. That means these three joints have to be relaxed, has to be so soft. So this kind of practice, you should practice at home as much as you can. These three joints have to be so relaxed. The power can get out anytime you want. Because so far you can see from here up, he did very good. But from here down, he missed connections because now his power joined from here. Like earlier, I tried to go back check with Rami. His power starts from here. But now Jay power from here. So that part is big difference. But the reason for that, because it's also, he moved up and down. That's a difference. Otherwise, it's not bad. He has a better sense of enemy. Okay, thank you. All right, so when you look at Brian, actually Brian just practiced with me for a shorter year than the other two. So you can see the first thing, big problem, his butt is out. So you can see that already. The second one, the chest is now arced in. So when you do the Jing, it's not this way. Actually, it's go this way. And the third one, every time you emit the power, you find out his body raise up. For example, his rear body raise up. Body supposed to be going down. Then that's why you get a good power. Okay, but of course it takes a long time and get the right directions, and someone is good about Jing, he can see the difference, he can tell you what's wrong, then that's why you can continue to improve it. Because in China there's a proverb, it's that Jing has to learn directly from a teacher. It's not easy, you can figure it out by yourself. Because there are a lot of mistakes, simply you made it, but you don't know why, you don't know how. Okay, thank you, let's Peng Jing, thank you.
几境
The next time we're going to introduce is a Ji Jing. Ji is a Chinese translation, can be squeeze or can be press. That depends how you apply it. So Ji Jing also is very difficult for a lot of people to apply this one because it's also commonly used in the Taichi pushing hands. So a lot of people ask me, how come Yang style doesn't have too much of a Jing like a Chen style? I say that's because Yang style, they emphasize more internal for beginners. After they emphasize beginner for a long time for the body structure, use your mind to lead the Qi. After that, they can manifest the Qi into the physical form. That's called Jing. But somehow, in the last 50, 60 years, you don't see too many people, they reach high levels of Tai Chi. When they don't reach high level, most of the time they stay in the soft and relaxed, slow movements for health purpose only. But for those martial artists, If he's interested in the Tai Chi training for the martial art purpose, then he should focus on the Jing training. And then that means he can manifest the power with good speed, because it doesn't matter how you're in a combat situation, you need the speed. Without the speed, you cannot really defend yourself. So next one, you're going to see the Ji Jing. Ji Jing, the one is this way, Ji. So this one used a lot. For example, if someone tries to push you, you can squeeze the elbow. Later, I try to demonstrate to you for that. So this is Ji Jing. This, of course, this for someone attack you, you are attacking the defense at the same time. But also Ji Jing, they come to this one they call press. The press, the same thing. I can press someone against a corner or press him off balance. But at the same time, this also press. Okay, so the power can be this. This way, remember, this the body this way, it is in this way. This is considered a ball. This one is another ball. The body have two balls, this ball and the chest ball. These two balls generate two strongest power. The body has 6 balls, 2 legs and 2 arms is considered 4 balls. And then now this spine is 1 ball, chest is another ball. But which 2 balls are strongest? Actually, chest and the spine. So that's a Ji Jing is special training for this one. But this ball can be bent this way and generate power this way. Can be generated here and bend the power this way. Okay, so because either way it can generate power. So Ji Jing is exactly go this way. So one way is this one. This is the easiest. Boom, you go this way. The power go in the body, get body down this way. So this one, of course, he can generate this kind of power and this kind of power anytime you want. But the second one is this down. This down also, you neutralize at the same time. You mix with an at the same time with the Ji. So this one will help you to neutralize someone. They try to use 2 hands to push you. Okay, so this is the one pattern generally practice. Another pattern practice is this pattern. This. You see the chest in, now a chest is out now. So in, the chest is out. So watch the power generated from the leg, direct by waist, and then go to all the way to the hands. So you can see this one, and not only that, another one is this one. This one later I can demonstrate to you. You can see what this for. It's very easy. Use this one to seal the breath by striking the solar plexus area. So this one, you can see the power. You go here, go this one. This is also Ji Jing. Okay, let me use a Rami as an example. If he try to push me, so this hand you can see, he push, I squeeze in. This is Ji, is considered Ji. So this kind of Ji is very important to see. Not only that, for example, if I put the hands here, this is also Ji. This will become Chinna, is a Ji. Ji also can be this way. That's why the earlier you see this one, Ji, I press, the same time I can take him down very easily, Ji. When you have a chance to lock your opponents, then the hands you can squeeze on the back, at the same time you attack on the front for the solar plexus area. Solar plexus area, when you strike upwards, it can cause heart attack. You strike it directly, it can feel nauseous, and then you strike downwards, you can seal the breath. So this cavity has been well known. This solar plexus area is being considered is the center of the fighting. So that's why a lot of times you see Southern style or any kind of a style, they're fighting the short range. The hands always protect this area. Okay, so that's the third pattern. So now we're going to ask Rami to demonstrate. So this pattern, and see you can get it good. This pattern can be go forward and backwards. Then the second kind of press, and then third kind of press is to go the squeeze. So we try. Okay, try to watch the body movements, okay? Let me try to face sideways and try to go this one. Watch his body movements. And the butt don't stick out. He did very good for this one. Okay, so you can see the body movements. When you strike, actually the body down to build up the root. Yeah, the only, this time is better than last one because, but since the enemy still not there too much. When you do the Jijing, where's your mind? Should be over there. Let's say in your opponent's body. So that means when you go here, the body mind is there. Okay, all right. All right, so you look at jab now, especially earlier you see the sideways, you can see the one thing is this quad, when you get the power, this one doesn't turn completely, it turns about halfway. Because when you go halfway, the power doesn't have a good support at the end. So this part, you got to continue improve that. The second one, remember, you watch it sideways, see his body up again. So the same thing, his body up and down, and butt up and down. So that one will take time. The third one, this three joint has to be more loose. Because this three joint is more loose, it builds a better connection to the ground. It's a better rooted. You know, people always ask me what's the most important part of the Tai Chi Chuan. Then people knows it's the rooting. But in order to get a root, this three section has to be soft and relaxed and controlled completely by you. If these three joints become stiff, now your root can be easily pulled. Okay? Now, but other than that, upper body, they're good. You have a good sense of the enemy. That's a good part. Thank you. All right, you can see Brian, he's very nervous. First thing, the shoulder. If you go back, watch again, it's the shoulder a couple times up. On the chest, this part, you have to emphasize more. Yeah, but this one is better than last one, the Pong Jing. Yeah, it did much, much better already. Yeah, the one thing is this part still not alive. The first step about learning Jing is actually the leg. The leg go this, until you build this connection. From here to the bottom, you build this connection. But if you go like that only, that means you didn't manifest the power completely to the end. So that part is a routine training for the Jing. Okay. Then you can hear the sound they make. The make sound, the Tai Chi have two sounds commonly used. One is ha sounds. Ha sound is positive sound. You read my book inside, we discuss so much. And also in Tai Chi Classic, they mention about hen ha tu jing. That means hen ha two sounds is the secret of the Jing. So that means hen ha two sound is the secret of the Jing. Ha sound is the way we love, we manifest the power. Then hen sound, you manifest the power, but at the same time you hold some back. Like this one, an. This one, both hands turn outside is yang. That means it's ha sounds because you put all the pressure, put all the power out. But when we go like this one, you can see this palm face in is in. This palm face out is yang. So that means among yang there's in, among in there's a yang. So because the reason the sound is hun sounds, at the same time you manifest the power. But remember, hun sound when you inhale like this way, this is the same way we cry. The heart is the same way we laugh. When you get, that's completely eating, completely in sound. When you go, that's me inside have yang. So that's the same thing as the Jijing. You are neutralized at the same time, eventually you are attacking. So you can see there's an in, but there's a yang. That means power never manifested completely. Typical sound and the Jing is a three. An, is hard sounds. So like this one, an. You go here, you chest in, this ha! This one is hard sound. Ha! And then when you go to sound for the attacking, it becomes this one. But we go to completely in sound, is actually is this one, roll back, they say, get in. So this one give you right away, you strike.
扭转镜
The third thing we're going to introduce in this tape is also important, called 扭镜. 扭 does mean twisting. In the Taichi Push hand situation, it's very important. Whenever you touch your opponent, it's not you push him off balance, you also twist his body and make him lose a balance. So because this reason, this 扭镜 is very important. When you practice 扭镜, the first thing, actually, you use a whole stance. So this one is very simple, like your hands holding the big bus or a big truck, the wheel, steering wheel. So from here, you just use the whole body instead of use the hands. Use your hands, not never gonna work. So use the body, and then body turn and sunk at the same time. Then this side, at the same time. Remember, I use the sound of hung sound because the hung sound, this hand is neutralized, and at the same time I'm pulling. This time I'm pushing, at the same time I can neutralize as well. So you can see the hung sound is commonly used because I'm not really manifest the power completely out, so I can maintain my body's center. So this one, this one. Also, you can see from the top, I can going down. From top, going down. Not only that, this is the one can go up at the same time. But remember, when you go up, the heel cannot come up. If your heel come up, you're uprooted. You want to get your opponent up, but at the same time, like you throw people away, but at the same time, you don't want to get your heel up. For example, like this one. This one, then this one. Yeah. So in this case, you can see the power. I go this, and try to lift him up. So 扭镜, this one, after you train for the 2 feet parallel, like a whole stance, they start go to bow and arrow stance. Because it doesn't matter how, when you push him with someone, you're always a leg forward. So this one, you should be able to turn this way. You should be able to turn this way. So when you turn this direction, it's harder because this is a qua. In China, this is called 内胯, internal qua. This is called external qua. So qua, eventually, to the Western terminology, there's an external hip, there's an internal hip. So actually, the hip joints, remember, in order to get the waist to be loose, the hip joints has to be loose. If these hip joints is tightened, then that means the waist will be stiff. So when you do this 扭镜, second step, that's why you start get the body this way, then boom, this, see the body sunk at the same time, this hand, you push and pull, then this, until you get used to it. So it becomes very important power, okay? So you look, whenever my hand stick with the opponent, you can see that's exactly what I'm pushing. See, there's a whole body twisting, or a whole body twisting this way. So you can see that's the whole idea of the twisting jing or 扭镜. Okay, now we can see Jeff do it. Much better now. You can see his body doesn't go up as much, only slightly. But one thing when you rotate, his hand go to that angle. It's supposed to be this angle. Okay. Remember, if you got to your opponent, if my hand go to that angle, it's not bad, but you need more power for this side than this side. Because you see, if you twist someone go this way, it's easier to turn it. If you go this way, he can resist you much easier. So because the reason is rotate instead of just go to that angle, should be this angle. If you go to this angle, then it becomes striking, but instead of twisting. So this side, he did good, but this side should be go more like this one until the hand line up with this stack, because enemy is supposed to throw this way instead of that way. The first one, when we go here, the groin exposed. If it is a camera, face this side, then you cannot go this way, because that's mean groin exposed. Yeah, but this is a major camera, it's supposed to face this way. Okay, so listen. The second thing, when you do the power, he's stuck here. If you go back, watch again what he did. You can see his power is here. It didn't go all the way to the hands. You go to the way all the way to the hands, the power is over there. Instead, it stopped there because it didn't get all the way. Yeah, the power is here. It's not bad, but didn't get all the way to the end. Yeah, that means sense the enemy. Still need to emphasize. Yeah, more important, yes, you need the power. That's good. Need a body structure. You have that. What the next step you need? Sense of the enemy. So what you do? How you practice sense of the enemy? The best thing for practice this one, need a back. A stand back or kicking back. What you do, practice at the back, like this around me is a back. You just pray with that, for all this kind of twisting until your mind have into the back. So from here, the body, you twist it, then you twist it, then you twist it. At the same time, you can use this one called buckling. This buckling, one is top on the bottom, so you try to make him fall. So at the same time, you go this way or go this way. So treat this like really enemies. So use this kind of exercise they call body twisting. So that's why how you train that. If you can practice the back with 70, 80 pounds, like they can throw him very easily, now you're good for that. Then nobody can easily resist you. You just twist your power. Okay, thank you. It's much better than the last two, but still this pongjing is missing. Remember, this is twisting, still need pongjing. You can see the back like that, that means this part. Remember, the pongjing is everywhere. Inside, drawing the chest, arc your back. This part has to be this way. So when you move, the body has to be this instead of this. That part is missing. The second